Warning: the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Warning: this video may contain explicit descriptions of drug use, violence, and sexual situations. Viewer discretion is advised as this content may not be suitable for all audiences.
Hello and welcome to this video. I hope everyone's doing well. Hope everything's going good for you. Today we are re-entering the wonderful world of Hunter S. Thompson's Kingdom of Fear. So, without any further ado, let's jump into this thing.
Signed, Hunter S. Thompson and H. Lawson Wills, Chief Deputy District Attorney. Saturday night in Aspen.
These are interesting. This is interesting. If this is what I remember, I think we're going back to the porn star stripper, but maybe not. I get the order of the different stories mixed up sometimes.
Saturday night in Aspen, and the road out of town is empty in both directions. The only things moving on Main Street are me and one slow-rolling cop car. No people on the street, no local traffic. I wave to him as I normally do, but he ignores me and picks up his radio squealer, probably to run my plate and maybe get some action. I can see him back there in my mirror, and I instinctively make a right turn and speed up, gripping the wheel with both hands and hearing a sudden roar of music all around me. It is Walk on the Wild Side. Ah, yes.
That is it. That is it. That is the song. For those people that think you invented inclusiveness, this is, I mean, some of the terminology's dated in that song, but yeah, Lou Reed definitely lets us know that transgender people are out there.
Candy came from out on the island. In the back room, she was everybody's darling. But she never lost her head, even when she was given head. She says, "Hey, babe, take a walk on the wild side." Said, "Hey, babe, take a walk on the wild side."
Yeah, like I said, Lou Reed.
And the colored girls go do, 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 do. Right. And thank you, Lou Reed, for that one. You bet. Every once in a while, but not often, you can sit down and write a thing that you know is going to stand people's hair on end for the rest of their lives. A perfect memory of some kind, like a vision. And you can see the words rolling out of your fingers and bouncing around for a while like wild little jewels before they finally roll into place and line up just exactly
the way you need them. Yeah, that Lou Reed song, I mean, that song is still pissing people off to this very day. The only thing is, it's pissing off more liberals just simply because they can't pull their heads out of their fucking asses to understand that the terms that he uses in this song were perfectly acceptable when he wrote the song and sung the song. That has to be irony. When the song came out, it pissed a whole lot. It left the Judeo-Christian conservative right. You know, it had them motherfuckers pissed. Now, in 2024, we got motherfucking liberals getting bent out of shape because they're too stupid to take the song in the context of the year that it was written in.
Like you wanted them to. Wow, look at that shit. Who wrote that stuff? What, me? Hot damn. Let us rumble, keep going, and don't slow down. Whatever it is, keep doing it. Let's have a little fun. Even writing feels like fun when you catch a moment like this. You feel pure and natural. Yes, sir, I am a natural man tonight. Bring it on. Fuck those people. Tonight, we walk with the king.
Yep. Could you imagine An AI trained on nothing but Hunter S. Thompson and George Carlin. That would be the cat's meow.
That is my kind of fun, and I like to spread it around. You can't hoard fun. It has no shelf life.
He's got a point.
And so much for that, eh? I started off writing about Aspen, but I wandered off into the definition of fun, which is always dangerous. So to hell with fun. I shit on the chest of fun. Look what it did to Charles Manson. He had too much fun.
Charlie went a little overboard.
No doubt about that. So they put him away for life. He was a monster, and he still is.
Well, yeah, he didn't die. He died only a couple years ago. 5, maybe 6 years ago. It was either right before we moved out onto the property, or just after. So I remember there was a big shitstorm about his body. Who got his body?
Him down. Shove him off the bridge with a wire around his neck, bowling balls chained to his feet. Drown the bastard. What if it was your daughter he got hold of? What indeed? I have no daughters, thank God, so I don't have to worry about it. I've always loved women of all ages, but they have always been other people's daughters. If I had a daughter and she came home with a creature like Manson, my heart would fill with hate. I would not kill him instantly, but my brain would start moving that way. Okay. How do we do this without being busted for murder?
I'll take the fifth on that one.
First, get rid of the witness. Send her upstairs to her room and make sure nobody else is around. That is a basic rule in this business. The next step is to grab a loaded shotgun off the wall and lure him into the kitchen by stomping heavily on the floor and screaming crazily while you dial up 911. That will put your situation on the record. Keep screaming, "Get away from me, Charlie! Don't come any closer!" until he comes running into the room with wild eyes and you can blast him straight in the chest with both barrels. Do not miss, or things will turn queer in a hurry.
The thing is, a shotgun, especially a 12 gauge at that range, you almost got to try to miss.
Make sure he's stone dead when he drops, because you will not get another chance. He will be on you with a butcher knife. But if you do it right, you will be hailed as a hero, and your daughter will think long and hard before she comes home with another creep like Manson.
He's got a very, very valid point there.
Witness 2. Woody Creek, August 2002. I am not a religious man in any formal sense, but in truth, I am far more theologically conscious than anyone I know, except perhaps my monkish brute of a neighbor, Ed Bastian, who conducts big-time spirituality seminars on Aspen Mountain and rides a huge black BMW motorcycle.
You know, that kind of balances out ultra-religious BMW motorcycle balance.
That was once blessed by the Dalai Lama, who also
That's kind of cool.
Gave me the diaphanous white silk scarf that hangs across the room on my storyboard. That is what I mean by theologically conscious. But so what? I enjoy the company of religious scholars and even Jesus freaks from time to time, as long as they have a sense of humor and a bit of fine whiskey to oil the exotic machinery of speculation.
Yes. I think it was the Marquis de Sade that said that good conversations like good sex, you need lubrication, and alcohol provides that lubrication.
About the meaning of God in modern America, or why child rape is good for Catholic priests and punishable by death in the suburbs of San Diego. Smart boys from Tibet or the Society of Jesus are always fun for this kind of banter, and I am always on the lookout for these people, but rarely for anything except as sparring partners. There is nothing like a corrupt Jesuit or a high-rolling Buddhist to sharpen up with. And
I'd have to agree 150% with him.
Some are even wise in their own shrouded way. Big-time lawyers and appeals court judges are also a morbid kind of fun in times of personal darkness. I have many close friends on that side of the law, and I derive a lot of grim pleasure from them.
The thing is, I know people that are good cops, good people that work for judges and stuff. And, you know, I have to agree with Thompson on that.
They have a good sense of what is possible within the law and what is probably not. That is what lawyers are all about. Most of them have spent enough time in law school to have at least a rudimentary understanding of how the judicial system operates.
How it really operates as opposed to how they tell you it operates.
Never be late for court when you are the person on trial is a good one to remember, for
Yeah.
instance. And another is, the cops will never play fair. Justice is the whim of the judge is an axiom that I picked up a long time ago at the Columbia Law School in New York, where I also learned how to handle large sums of money and how to smoke marijuana in polite company without making a scene and acting like a junkie.
You know what? That is a very good skill to have.
Dr. Hunter S. Thompson and the Last Battle of Aspen by Lauren Jenkins, Smart Magazine, January-February 1990. Interview took place in September 1989, 3.5 months before Gail Palmer came to visit.
So, yeah, this is an interesting bit of goings on.
The Rocky Mountain night is cold and still, except for the occasional screech of the peacocks that stalk the darkness just off the wooden deck where Hunter S. Thompson sits drinking under the iron bat sculpture that decorates his front porch. A week earlier, he had been caught out in the dead of night firing an assortment of weaponry over the house of a neighbor and had just barely avoided a felony indictment on gun charges.
I think that happened like several times. I mean, just in like a short span of like from like 88 to like 93, 94. I could be wrong, but you know, yeah, I think him and getting in trouble for the guns that he owned was like kind of a ongoing thing with him. And with that, we'll go ahead and pause here. Call this video good. And until next time, be a good human. Be good to other humans. Peace.
Hey, it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?